First of all, of course, you can see that what started causing him this depressed state and what started causing him this loss of interest in actions and a'mal was not some book that he read of some communist. It was not some book that he read of some atheist. It was not some book that he read of some scholar who is a deviant. What he read was Bukhari Sharif. Listen carefully to what I am telling you. What he read was Bukhari Sharif. The most authentic book after Kitabullah is Bukhari Sharif. Now where did his doubt come from? Where did that going off beat and off track come from? It came from his reading of Bukhari Sharif. So now will we say that now you mustn't read Bukhari Sharif? Because his doubts came from there. But this is clear indication that the Quran Sharif or Bukhari Sharif or any other kitab, if the person does not have an ustad or the person does not have a proper understanding or background, then it can sometimes be a cause of misguidance and sometimes it will be a cause of guidance. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, with regards to the Quran Sharif itself, He says, Yahdillahu, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gives hidayat with the Quran Sharif. And again, many places we learn that Allah Ta'ala misguides also with the Quran Sharif. Meaning that the person, if he is not reading the Quran Sharif with an open mind, with the azmat of Allah Ta'ala, with the understanding that is required, or with the intention of getting hidayat, if he is reading the Quran Sharif to find ayats which will somehow justify his evil actions and deeds, so then it is the Quran Sharif, but it will misguide him. So recently there have been translations that are printed of Bukhari Sharif, Muslim Sharif, Tirmizi Sharif. Now all these are books of Hadith Sharif. And there is no doubt that they are authentic hadiths. But if the Sahaba Kiram, the companions of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, had to keep on questioning and asking Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam with regards to so many things, they were masters in the Arabic language. Or there were so many hadiths which outwardly looked conflicting. So there is a whole science of reconciliation of hadiths. Certain things were said in the early days of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam's preaching of Islam. Certain things came later. Now the science of reconciliation, now all these things are not in those translations that are being given. So the person picks up the translation of the Quran of the Bukhari Sharif, and now he reads different hadiths and he takes them completely out of context and then comes to conclusions and says that what I am quoting is the Bukhari Sharif. No doubt the hadith is in Bukhari Sharif, but what does it mean, in what context it was mentioned? Now all that you will have to know that science of Hadith Sharif. There is just a translation. So it is just like a book of medicine. Now the book of medicine, there are so many books on medicine, but for whom are they? Every book on medicine is not for the general public. There are so many different definitions there. There are so many different things that have been mentioned in those books which we will have absolutely no knowledge of. And if we have to start making operations, performing operations after reading those books, then there will be no place left in Brook Street Cemetery or Brown Street Cemetery or anywhere else. So there are certain books even of tasawwuf which are not for the awam, it is not for the general public, it is for those who are mashayikh, for those who will be using it for the islah of others. They understand what terms are used there, because there are certain kafiyat, certain feelings, certain experiences which the person hasn't gone through, will not understand, and he may run into conclusions that this is kufr, na'uzubillah. So therefore a person must be very careful. It's not that just because they are distributing free Bukhari Sharif from Madinah Sharif and Makkah Sharif, so therefore every person brings a copy and after that he starts opening any chapter that he feels like and starts reading and comes to his own conclusion. But this student, you can see that he is really in a doubt. He did not want to be. He was trying to go on the path of Islah. He was listening to some tapes and he was trying to follow and getting some hidayat, and suddenly he comes across this and it puts him completely off track.